Welcome to my test video. Doesn't that sound exciting? Test video. What in creation is a test video? Well, I'm going to tell you. I am testing my load order. I am testing my ENBs and weathers and everything else. And I'm looking for, any kind of abnormalities or hopefully everything will run smoothly. So, what brought this about? Well, I'll get into that. First, let me tell you what we're primarily looking at here. I have re-engaged ENB. I am using the quality version. There are 3 versions available, as Fireman AF does with all his ENBs. He has 5 in total. There is a performance version, which, as the name implies, is very performance friendly as far as FPS is concerned. There is a quality version and a high quality version. And the best images you're going to get are with the high quality version, but of course that comes with a greater FPS hit. Now, I believe my system can handle the high quality version, although I did get some stuttering in the forest areas, especially here in the Rift, but I think some of that has to do with the grass and the tree mods that I've got installed. But I found that the difference in visual quality between the quality and high quality is not that great, and I think my system runs a little more smoothly with just the quality version, so that's what I'm using. Also, my video card tends to get really hot. Now, I don't know how much heat it's creating or how much it can handle, but, I'm not comfortable with how hot it's getting, so I'm going with the quality version. So, as I said, this is a test video, so what are we testing here? Well, not only am I testing, my FPS counter is not working for some reason. I have NVIDIA Shadow Play, and there's a key command to bring it up, but it's not working. So I have to look for visual cues like stuttering, but it should be running pretty smoothly. But I want to make sure that all the mods are working properly. And I have, I think, 75 mods installed right now. Not counting the ENB, because an ENB technically is not a mod. It is post-processing. It does not modify the game. It just modifies what you see, if that makes any sense. Think of it this way. I've installed a grass mod. It changes the grass. It modifies the game. Think of an ENB as putting on some glasses and it makes the game look different. Is it changing the way the game looks? No. It's just changing the way you see the game. Something like that. Anyhow, this is something new I've noticed recently as I've been testing ENBs. I can see right through the water, right to the very bottom, and that hasn't happened until recently, and I don't know what's brought that about. But I need to test all this, and I need to be recording audio and video to make sure that there aren't any problems. And so that's what we're going to do. And one of the things I was doing as I was testing ENBs and weather mods is I had a particular route that I was traveling and a few particular interior cells that I was looking at, and periodically stopping and checking the heat coming off of my video card. And this is one of the routes I was taking. Now, I don't know what the deal is with the water. I have Realistic Water 2 installed, and I am running with the Fantasy Teal option. There's actually 2 watercolor versions. And I like the Fantasy Teal option, but for some reason now I can see right through the water like it's glass, right to the bottom. And I don't know why all of a sudden that's what's happening. kind of, you see, I can see the rocks and everything. The bottom is crystal clear. I don't know why that is. I may have to reinstall Realistic Water 2. But we'll get to that another day. See, I'm getting a little bit of stutter right now as I'm getting around all these aspen trees. But you also have to understand, I have Enhanced Vanilla Trees, the large, lush version. It makes the trees bigger. It adds more branches. Branches add more leaves, more branches, more shadows. So, and I have a grass mod installed. So that's going to add to some of the stuttering. But in areas that are not heavily forested, it runs very smoothly. The grass mod I have is Voluptuous Grass. It didn't seem to impact the performance too much. It adds some nice variety. It looks pretty decent. I've looked at several grass mods, and this one is probably the one grass mod that I have looked at that I didn't find anything about it that I didn't like. Which is a good thing, you know. All the other, well, not all the other ones, but several of the other ones, I always had something about them that I didn't like. The grass was too bright, or it was too samey. You know, like you walk into an area and there's a whole bunch of grass and it all looks exactly the same, like shag carpet or something. So, this one, the grass offers a little bit of variety. It looks decent. So that's the one we're going with. What else? Well, let me explain how I got to where I am. And I know this is going to be, this kind of sounds like a boring video. Where am I? Okay. Occasionally I get, hello, lost. You're down. And you're done. On my last playthrough, I was using re-engaged ENB and Obsidian weathers. Leading up to that, when I did a lot of testing of ENBs and weather mods, the weather mod I liked best when I tested just weather mods, no ENBs, was Mythical Ages weathers.
Alright, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
No.
Don't you walk away from me.
Watch me. Hey, you know what? You're a dark elf, so I don't know if fire's gonna do much to you. Where's a giant when you need one? Well, you're not gonna catch up to me staying in sneak mode. Boy, one thing after another. Now I think I missed my turn. As you can guess, as you can see, I have God mode enabled. It doesn't help when you're making a video if you're getting killed every 10 minutes. And I am a level 1 character here. This character I'm using, his name is Imfer. See? I'm for testing. I'm so bloody clever sometimes. Yeah. But this is not the character for the new Let's Play that will be starting up very soon. So, as I was saying, I had been using Re-Engaged, which is awesome. It's a great ENB. I love it. And Obsidian Weathers is what I've been using before. So, I decided this time that I was going to try, I wanted to try a different weather mod. Because there are a few things about Obsidian that I didn't really like. I thought the clouds looked a little unrealistic. And hey, stupido! Twitch, damn you, Twitch! No Twitch. Oh well. I have a neat spell pack that we're going to pick up in Riverwood when we get there. So maybe we should get there a little quicker, because it's already 11 o'clock and I should be further down the road. Anyway, as I was doing some upgrades to my system before I start the new Let's Play. And as part of that, die, damn you. Where you going? What's wrong? You scared? Your shit's hot, isn't it? And you're done. Oh, I should have brought him down here and watched the drunks fight him. That's okay. I think there's going to be some more wolves somewhere. Those guys don't have weapons. They'll fist fight those wolves. They actually do pretty well. They didn't do very well against a bear, though. Gentlemen?
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
We'll go make them. So anyway, I made upgrades to my system. I had a new processor that I was waiting to install because I misread the details about my existing motherboard and it wouldn't support it. So I had to get another motherboard, and that I had to wait on that because I just bought a new video card as well. So a few months go by, so finally I get the upgrades. I get the new motherboard and upgraded my, let's see, there'd be a bear around here. There you are. Come on. We're gonna let these Imperials deal with this thing. Come on, man. Come on, keep up. Bring your fat ass along here. Oh, more wolves. Nice. 4 wolves and a bear. My money is on nature. Well, they dealt with the wolves pretty easy. Wow. You guys are tough. So anyway, after doing all those upgrades, I basically had a new system, which meant I had to reinstall everything. Steam, Skyrim, Mod Manager, mods, audio recorder, video editor, you get the idea. So I got all that done. Well, you know, the mods was taking a while. I reinstalled a lot of the mods I used before, but not all. I was making a few changes. Yeah. Piss off. So there were a few mods that I was using before that I did not install, and some that I did not use that I did install. And I decided to take a look at maybe trying a different ENB, maybe trying a different weather mod. And I saw where there was, well, what I thought was a new ENB. It had been out about 9 months, but it was the newest by Fireman AF. It's called Semi-Realist ENB. And it was made to work with Cathedral weathers. Get out of the way, Bambi. And I really liked how that looked. And I thought, man, I want to try that one. So I tried that. And I also tried, oh, there's going to be a big fight up here. Part of Immersive Patrols. It's a new mod.
No more stops. We need to find our way to need something.
Watch this nonsense. Stormcloaks and Imperials will sometimes run into each other. Awesome. Well, who's gonna win this time? Can't remember who won the last time. I've traveled this route a lot. It looks like the Imperials are getting the upper hand down here. Hard to say. That's pretty even. Ooh. Whoa, man. What a kill move. not over yet. Looked like the Imperials had the upper hand there, but well, this one's pretty even. Oh, kind of look like the Stormcloaks might get this one. Not by much, though. Should we blast this guy? Get on the side of the winners?
Running out of bread. Let the supplies get here soon.
Nice.
Go tell the commander.
So anyway, I saw this video, semi-realist, with Cathedral Weathers, and I was like, man, that looks really cool. I gotta try that. And I did try it. I want to check the lighting in here. It's one of the interior cells I take a look at during my travels. This one's always a little bit bright. Stop, man. I'm trying to make a video here. And I'm going to come down here to wing this vampire. Just for the heck of it. Yeah, I mean, the lighting in here is a little bit lighter than I might want, but it, you know, there is a lot of snow and stuff in here, so it's not too bad. Let me check the heat coming off my... I can hear my video card humming, so let me check the heat. Yep. It's hot. But this is part of the stress test. I want to make sure that I don't start having some weird anomalies, because I guess if a video card's overheating, you'll get some stuttering weird things where otherwise you might not. Look at this, man. Isn't this a great looking scene? I'll talk about some of the other mods in a minute, but suffice to say that with semi-realist and Cathedral Weathers, I tried to re-engage with Cathedral Weathers too, and I noticed the same things that I didn't like, and there's some things about Cathedral Weathers I wasn't really thrilled with. So I got checking some other WODs, other WODs, jeez. Some other mods, some other weather mods. Oh, that's how WODs came out. Okay, I get it now. And I still like Mythical Ages, Weathers and Seasons. But I couldn't find an ENB, and I tried about 7 different ENBs. I couldn't find one that really made it look a little bit better, you know? I like the reshading that it does, and what I really wanted was something that would just make it look a little bit nicer and add some sharpening and clarity, which is something that Re-Engage does exceptionally well. But there is no preset. There's no Mythical Ages preset for Re-Engaged ENB. So after a while, I came to the realization, again, for the second time, that if I'm going to run an ENB, I'm going to have to pick a different weather mod. Insert frowny face here, because I really like Mythical Ages weathers. So I had to do some testing, and I tried a bunch of different weather mods. Tried several different ENBs. That corpse has a key to a house mod by Eleonora we're going to take a look at a little bit later. And this corpse has a key to another house mod by Eleonora. You see a trend here? We're going to go take a look at those. They're part of the part of my testing. And I also pop in here to take a look at the lighting in here. And you can see this, the light source here, it's a little bit orangey, but not too bad. And the flames might be a tad bright, but not too bad. The lighting in here looks really good. I've had other mods where it was really white, and some that it was just kind of dark. The light source here with this torch might be a little bit bigger in radius than it needs to be, but overall I think the light levels look pretty good. I'd rather have the light sources that were a little bit more warm than cold, considering that they're fires. The lighting in here is pretty decent, although around here on this table it's a little bit bright. But you can't just go by one interior. That's why we're going to look at those house mods. We're going to look at Embershard Mine. We're going to look at Bleak Falls Barrow. We're going to stop in Sleeping Giant Inn, Riverwood Trader. Those are the normal places I check out in my testing route. And also when we're in Riverwood, we're going to pick up some spells. It's part of a mod I'm working on. What was that noise? But now we got some overcast coming. Obsidian Mountain Fogs, even though I'm not using Obsidian Weathers, Obsidian Mountain Fogs is a separate mod, which is great because it works with pretty much any weather mod. That's a really nice looking scene. You see what I mean about the sharpness and clarity? And re-engage just great. But I tested a bunch of different weather mods and some different ENBs with them. And I really wasn't getting anywhere, and I decided, well, I hadn't tried Rustic yet, so let's try that one. And I liked the way it was described by the mod author as being, having a little bit of contrast, a little bit of mood and atmosphere. And I thought, it's kind of like Mythical Ages, maybe not quite as misty and foggy, but it sounds like it's kind of in the same ballpark. So I thought, I'm going to give that a try. And I'm glad I did. I quite like how this looks. I'm still a little sad I can't find an ENB that really goes well with Mythical Ages. But Rustic Weathers looks quite nice. What are you doing? Are you a hunter? Yeah, I guess so. He's going after a rabbit. You can't get a rabbit with a bow and arrow. Zigzag, little... Oh, man. He proved me wrong. Holy shit, he got him. How'd you do that? Your aim stinks. Well, go pick up your thing there. He's going after the deer now. I gotta stop every once in a while and just take in the scenery. You guys are ruining my video. Nah, not really.
Anybody there?
So in the final stages of testing, I came down to 3 options, which was semi-realist with Cathedral Weathers, re-engaged ENB with Cathedral Weathers, or re-engaged with Rustic. And I really like semi-realist ENB, and I really wanted to try it, but it only has a preset for Cathedral Weathers. And there's just a few things about Cathedral Weathers that I really didn't like. So it's Rustic wins. It's a good looking weather mod. It works. It looks really great with re-engaged ENB. Of course, re-engaged looks great with just about anything. So I'm getting a little bit of stutter right here too. So I'm getting around some trees. I think these guys are part of that Immersive Patrols, but I don't know what group they're supposed to be from. The rocks / mountain mod I have is Red Rocks 4K. You will not find it on the Nexus anymore, though. I was able to extract it from my old drive, because I've been using it for about a year. It is the best Rock Mountain mod, in my opinion, on the Nexus. Well, not on the Nexus anymore, unfortunately. So I like to pop in here and check the lighting and see how everything looks in here. I'm also looking at the fires. Not so much the illumination, but the actual flames themselves. And these look good. A little bit of yellow, a little bit of orange. It's not too orange. It's not too bright. It looks really good. Nice lighting here around this candle. Nice lighting over here in this corner. Overall, this interior looks nice. Good illumination, not too light, not too dark. Got a little bit of warmth. Looks pretty good. Let me go pop in here and check the Sleeping Giant Inn. We'll check the Riverwood Trader. We're going to check a house mod. And then we're going to go beat up on some bandits with some of those spells from my spell pack. Not bad. The fire looks good. The lighting is... it's decent. It might be a little lighter than you might want, but it is daylight and there's a lot of windows up there, so... looks good. Noble Skyrim is a texture pack I have installed. Very nice. See how the Riverwood Trader looks. There's another mod I have. I don't remember the name exactly, but it makes a new sign for a lot of the stores. You see the Sleeping Giant Inn sign. Every business has a different sign. It's not just General Trader. Well, I mean, I think the blacksmiths are the same, but you can see that one's unique. And they look like handmade signs, you know?
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh?
Lucan's Angels, check it out.
We are done talking about this.
Dude's got 3 women surrounding him.
A customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
Who, me or her?
Maybe you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother.
Why would I want to do that? Here's my mod. Alright, so what is this mod? What are these spells? Well, it always bothered me in the game. Well, a lot of things did, but one of the things when it came to magic is that at the novice level destruction spells, you got flames, frostbite, sparks. But you only have those at the novice level, and I like those spells. But it's not long before they're just not good enough. And you don't have there aren't any other variations. There's not an adept level, there's not an expert level. They're all the wall spells, but that's not the same thing. So I made my own. And I have Apprentice Flames, Adept Flames, Expert Flames, Master Flames. I'm going to make the same thing for Frostbite and Sparks. And I also have some Adept level spells here, Fireball, Shock, and Frostspell I called Ice Shard. These are Adept level spells. They do the same damage as the Adept level spells in the game. I just did not include an area effect with them, so they're safe to use around friendlies and followers, which is something else that the game should have already come with. Because, I mean, think about it. You're using novice. You go from the novice level spells to the apprentice spells. Then you want to go to the adept spells. If you've got a follower, or if there's friendlies around, guards, whatever. If a dragon lands here in Riverwood, you know, the guards, some of the townspeople may rush in there. You can't use an area effect spell because they take damage and then the guards come after you. So you're stuck using apprentice spells a lot until you get your skill high enough to get expert. It's like half the time these spells are useless. You can't use them because there's friendlies around. So why didn't they include non-area effect adept level spells? I don't know. So I made my own. Ice Shard looks just like Ice Spike, but it does the same damage as the adept level frost spell, which is Ice Storm or something, at the same magic cost. It just does not have an area effect. As you can see, it even says non-AoE. And there's High Voltage, which is a shock spell. Non-AoE again. It does the same amount of damage and the same magic it costs as Chain Lightning, but there's no area effect. And I have this Fireball spell right here, which has the same damage and the same magic it costs as the traditional Fireball, but again, not area effect. And you can see by the flame spells here, here's a novice level flame spell. This is what comes with the game. Damage is 8 per second. Magic cost 21 per second. I've got apprentice flames 12 and 33. Adept flames 18 and 52. Expert flames 27 and 81. And master flames do 50 damage per second at a cost of 161 magic per second. But it looks just like any other flame spell, but it does a whole heck of a lot more damage. But again, it costs a lot of magic to cast that, so you're probably going to need some good fortification enchantments. This is a mod called Vuoxi, I think. It is a Eleanor house mod. It's also called Riverwood Shack or Beginner Shack. So I like to pop in here and just check the lighting. Her house mods has some really nice music too. We've got another one we're going to go look at in a little bit as well. But the lighting overall in here is quite nice. Fire seems a bit bright, but you know, I don't know what ENBs or lighting mods she had installed when she made this mod, if any. So, you know, when you start adding your own lighting mods and ENBs and weathers, it might look a little bit different. Let me check my let me check the heat again. Yep, still hot. As long as I get solid performance for about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes, then I know I can make a good 50-minute episode, you know, to be edited down. I usually end up removing about 10, maybe 15 minutes of junk video. So right now we're going to head up towards the Guardian Stones after I tag this wolf right in the ass. Ah! Okay, in the mouth. Well, I ruined that one, didn't I? Come on. Long pointless kill cam for a wolf. So I want to come up here by the Guardian Stones to see if we get any kind of colorful sunset. I don't think we will because it's a little bit overcast. Now, I mentioned these red rocks before. These things look great in the morning and in the evening. They really do kind of glow reddish. In the middle of the day on a bright sunny day, not so much. But yeah, we got a pretty nice sunset. I gotta figure out a way to get rid of this lens flare. It's really too much. But you can see how they're, well, some of that's from the fire, but I don't know why Luxor took this down. It's the best rock mountain mod out here. Well, it was the best on the Nexus, but you know, come up close and take a close look at it. It's just really nice looking. Great detail. The coloration's amazing. You know, I first heard about this one, I thought, red? I don't know if I want red rocks in Skyrim. That's going to look so odd because the rocks are gray, the mountains are gray. But, man, I installed it and I was just like an instant mega fan. And it's been here ever since. There was a gray version as well. I actually tried that one and immediately went back to the red. But these are just great. I had Northfire's photoreal mountains on here, which also look really, really nice. Not quite as well. I shouldn't say it that way. I'm gonna say I like these better. But if you're looking for something, you know, for your rocks and mountains, and you haven't tried Northfire's, try it. I think of what's on the Nexus right now, I think they're the best. It was like I say, Luxor took this one down, sadly. So, all right, dumbass, eat one. I'm going for the headshots in case you didn't catch that. Let's see, did I get him in the face? Oh yeah, man. How's that taste, huh? Wait a minute. We didn't get a good enough view of that. We still didn't. Come on, flip over. What's the matter with you? Yep. You took that one right in the mouth. Style points. Don't look at me that way. So this is another interior I check. What I've been finding with Re-Engaged in Rustic is Ember Shard's a little bit darker than I'd like, but Bleak Falls Barrow is quite nice. So I don't think I want to mess with the interiors. I still may try and tweak the brightness on those flames a little bit, but it's not a huge concern. Ah! Just missed. He got it in the throat. Well, now you got one in the face too. Now normally you always want to go center mass so you don't miss, but since I'm just testing here, I'm going for some style points. I'm gonna pop them in the head or in the ass, one or the other, man. It's going in an orifice on one end. I don't care which. Where's your buddy? Oh, that hit his weapon instead of his face. See, it's a little bit darker right in here than I'd like. I mean, I like how it looks. Don't get me wrong. I like how it looks a lot. But I'm worried when I get this uploaded, it's going to be a little too dark to really see what's going on.
Now ain't this a surprise?
I'm surprised that one didn't take him down. Usually they get one shot and they're done. I have another mod installed called Realistic AI Detection. It makes sneaking a little more difficult, which is why I'm going to grab these torches, because they will spot me. There's a guy up there. Nailed him. Guy up there, he's running out on the bridge. Stop, come back. Oh, I got him. Get out of the way. So I have to check the lighting in here. I mean, I like it. I think it looks great. Oh, speaking of lighting, I don't think I mentioned that. I'm using Realistic Lighting Overhaul, which is really interesting because I've been Well, for about the last 6 months or so, I've been using ELE with relighting Skyrim, but before that, for a few years, I'd been using EL effects. Sometimes with the enhancer, sometimes not, but I've been a huge fan of EL effects, and I still am. But the first time I started testing lighting mods, I tried RLO, and to me, it looked like it was vanilla lighting, and someone gave me some brown sunglasses to put on. That's just what it looked like. It looked like there was just a brown filter. I didn't like it at all. It didn't look natural. And I've been watching a Let's Play by Colors Fade Gaming, and he had ELO or RLO. He was using that, and it looked pretty good. So I watched a comparison video, and I was like, man, RLO looks good. Really good. I don't remember it looking that good. Well, you know, mods get updated over time, and it had been 3-4 years since I looked at it last. So I was like, I have to give this a fair try. And it looks great. I'm happy with it. One of the things about EL Effects, and don't get me wrong, EL Effects looks great, but I found that EL Effects by itself was lighter than what I wanted, and with the enhancer was darker than what I wanted. And I was like, man, if I could find something halfway between the two, I'd be set. And I think that's kind of what RLO is hitting right now. So I'm quite pleased with how it looks. I'm very happy. So now that we're done beating up on these fools, we're going to go beat up on a few more. And one of the other things I'm testing here as I'm recording this, sometimes if you're recording, you might be costing your system a few FPS. Now in the past, using Shadowplay, the NVIDIA, because I have an NVIDIA card, using Shadowplay has not... Right in the ass! Told you. And you need to invest in butt guard when I'm around. I don't know what that means. I'm a sick puppy. Anyway, I've been using that, and typically I wouldn't have more than maybe 1 or 2 FPS difference, but I still wanted to not only run through here and make sure that I wasn't having any graphic anomalies and that all the mods were working well, but I wanted to do it while I was recording both audio and video. It's a stress test, you know. I want to stress the system a little bit. Bye-bye. And you are out of here. Come up on the bridge, will you? Okay, you can hang out down there. Uh-oh. Man, I got her in the boobie. Sorry, I didn't really mean to do that. Let's get you out of here. Headshot. Nope. And the other boobie. Man's got a thing for the boobies. I'm a dude. What do you expect? Should we get the idiot up here? Why not? We've come this far. Hello. You found nothing. Out you go. Oh. I wanted to launch him off there good. Oh, he's getting down there. Alright. So in addition to stressing my system a little bit to make sure everything's running smoothly, I also want to see what the file size is. And that was one of the problems I was having before, is I was recording in 1080p and I was rendering in 1080. And the file sizes were huge, which causes a lot of problems with see, man, that doesn't look very good. This looked fine the last time I was in here. I don't know if... I wonder if I should turn on snow shaders again. Where's everybody?
You'll pay for that!
Come on. Oh, just missed. That's it. Get over there by the edge. Did I knock him off the edge? I guess I did. Your turn. I am just missing all over the place. There we go, another booby shot. Well, I don't know what the deal is with the mountains and the clouds in the sky right here. That's just some kind of weird effect. Cause the last time I came through here, this looked really good when I was walking up here. Not really sure. So anyway, the file sizes. File sizes, that's a big problem. See, this looks really nice in here. A little bit bright coming in through that hole considering it's nighttime, but I think the lighting in here is pretty good. It could be a touch darker, but it's better to be a little bit too light than too dark because of the way... That's a good headshot. Come on. One more ought to do it. That's gonna miss. That might have it. Oh, just a little bit too high. There we go. Yeah, I needed to do something about the file sizes because it was just taking up way too much room. Oh yeah, you got that one right in the mouth. And uploading was becoming a problem because it would take hours. I mean, most of the videos were 7 to 10 gigabytes in size, and it was just, you know, it takes about an hour per gigabyte. So, you know, there you go. And I think the bigger they are, the more opportunity there is for the upload to fail, or what I call get stuck, because it'll say it's still uploading, but you'll notice that it's not making any progress, and you come back an hour later and it's like still at 20-something%. So you end up having to restart it. And sometimes it would restart on its own. Like I remember one time it was at, I think it was like at 92%. And I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be done in about the next 20-30 minutes. So I go out and do some things. I come back a half hour later and it's at 3%. So I don't know what happened, but the upload just for some reason restarted. And I'm like, man, I was like 8 hours into an 8.5 hour upload. One time it took like 10 days to get a video uploaded. Just one video because it kept failing all the time. So I thought, I got to come up with smaller videos. So I thought, well, I can, you know, not use so many mods or not use an ENB. But then I thought, well, what if I recorded in 720 instead of 1080? Or maybe, what if I recorded in 1080 but rendered in 720? So I did a test video. Right in the ass. One in the nads. And one in the mouth. Maybe. So as I said, I did a test video. I recorded about 48 or 49 minutes, and it was all outside, no interior cells. It was all in the open world because I wanted a big file, and it came out to it was almost right at 10 gigabytes. And I rendered it in 1080, and like I said, it came out about 10 gigabytes, and then I rendered it again, another version in 720, and it came out at 5.6 gigabytes. So I was like, man, that is quite the significant difference. So that's something else I want to do here, is get a nice long video with a lot of data, which is outside stuff, and then render it in 720 and see just how big the file size is. Because what I'm thinking is, if I keep my videos at around 45 to 50 minutes and have less than half that time outside, I should be able to keep the videos under 4 gigabytes. And that's the plan, because I want to upload. I've got a BitChute channel as well, and I want to upload to there. But I got a 4 gigabyte file size limit there. Let me check the heat again. It's a lot of heat. It feels like there's a lot of heat coming off the processor too. I keep getting upgrades, and I had to replace my power supply because it couldn't handle what that equipment wanted. Now I think I got to invest in a better cooling system. I'm thinking the mountains kind of looking the way they are right now because of the snow and the mist on top of here. And I kind of think when we get a little bit downhill, it's going to clear up. Well, that still bothers me. But I'm not going to keep changing ENBs and weather mods. I've been doing this for several days, over the course of almost 2 weeks. And I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm tired of testing weather mods and ENBs. I like rustic weathers. I love re-engaged ENB. It's a good combination, and I'm going to stay with it. But I'll have to look into that and see what's causing that. So I think it has something to do with the wind, the blowing snow effect. Kind of hard to see where the path is because of the grass mod, but I like it. I don't want to change it. Well, we still have this effect going on. It must be because of the storm. Okay, long range wolf shot down. All right, next. There's no need to do this, but why not? Pop them with some frost to slow them down a little. You want to see how potent a master flames are? And he's done. Yeah, don't you want these? You know, there's another giant over there. No, I'm not going to mess with him, but I do want to come over here and take a look at the giant fire. I guess this is looking away because we have a lot of fog, because of the fog and the snow. Normally this looks quite nice at night. All right, so what's next? We've got some bandits over here at Fort Graymore. We could go beat up on them. And we've got another house mod to go look at down the road across from Hunting Brew Meadery. I just heard voices. I thought I did. Yeah. Oh. Who are you? Okay. It's a little bit like, well, this is really annoying. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I was hoping that might change the weather a little bit. Because the grass and stuff is really bright out here. Well, it's snowing, but it's not really like overcast. It's kind of strange. Well, I'm wanting to show off how nice this mod is, but I mean my little combination here, re-engaged and rustic weathers, and that's not really showcasing it very well. I saw that anomaly once before, but I don't remember what weather mod it was. Oh, moved. Lead him. Nope, not enough. I mean, too much. Ah, there we go. Let's take out some of these barricades. You see what I mean about those headshots? Not only do they look funny with an ice shard in their mouth, but they go flying head over heels. Stand up. Don't be such a... Oh, see, that just went right through the kidney. Well, now the weather's clearing up nicely. We still got a lot of mist and fog rolling through. Mythical Ages did that so well. Ah, that's sad. I couldn't find a great ENB to go with it. There's more ENBs. I could keep looking through them, but you know, I mean, at some point, you got to stop and move on. Well, we're almost done. We got a couple more places to look at. One of them is another Eleanor house mod. Oh boy, really having trouble talking today. It's called Hala. It's similar to the one we saw in Riverwood, but a little bit bigger, but only a little bit. And the other is a house mod that's my mod.
Oh, did you need something?
Well, you guys gonna kiss or what? Okay, not while people are staring. I get it. I'm going. I do still need to get Dindalot installed because you can see those trees pop in. It's quite obnoxious, but when I was having trouble with what I thought was my power supply, which it turns out it appears that was the case, I didn't want to install that and make matters worse. So that's still something I need to do. And the only other mod I'm considering right now outside of Dindalot is one that redoes the College of Winterhold. And there's three candidates, I would say. There's Immersive College of Winterhold, Obscures College of Winterhold, and Magical College of Winterhold. And I've tried Immersive College of Winterhold before, so I'm thinking of trying something different. And Obscures looks quite interesting. See the sign? Every sign's a little different. They look like they're handmade. It's very cool. This is the other house mod I was talking about. I got a little bit of stutter again. I don't know why they're stuttering. I mean, I'm not in the forest. I mean, there's trees around, but don't know. It could be from that, but I'm gonna check the lighting in here. I'll check the lighting in here, and then we'll go take a look at the lighting in my house mod. See, the lighting in here is nice. It's really nice. It's warm. It's not too bright. It's not too dark. It's got really nice music. There's the bedroom. Eleanor can decorate like nobody's business. I think she's making mods for Creation Club now. So, I mean, if your mods are that good that Bethesda's like, oh, hey, you want a job? You must be doing something right. Alright, we will go take a look at my mod. We have to get in this way. And then we're going to wrap up this little video tour, and I'm going to be interested to see how big the file size is. So this is what, it's 9 a.m. This is what it looks like right now. See, we should not be able to see this light source right here, the glow from this one, because I have the emittance set to where this should be off. I've got a fill light here, window fill light, and it's kind of white. You can see that's a light spot right here. I don't know why that one in the corner is, why it's, that chandelier is lighting up that corner. It shouldn't be. There's a light source here, but you don't see it because it's not supposed to be on right now. It's 9 o'clock. You can see that fill light is lighting up the front of the bear. That's to simulate light coming in, daylight from the windows. There's a light source up there by that chandelier, but you can see a little bit of illumination up there, but not like that. I shouldn't be doing that. Oh, that one's lit up too. That shouldn't be doing it either. These should all... Man, I don't know what's going on. Those should be going dark. Well, let's go see what the basement looks like. These two are a little bit brighter than they were before, but again, I had different ENB and different lighting mods, so most of these light sources are a bit lighter. The armory, the vault. Safe and a chest of gold. The gold should be in the safe. I know. Don't just go with it, okay? Broom closet. Firewood pile. Trash barrel. that takes you outside. Well, not right now, it doesn't. I have to kind of rebuild this. I got to move this stuff into a different cell. Long story. I'm not going to get into it, but I kind of have to rebuild this. But hopefully I can do it a group of things at a time. You know, the old copy and paste routine. Because this one right here, I made a boo-boo with, and it's kind of broken. But I can still move the pieces and parts individually. But this is my log cabin. Wait, we gotta go look upstairs. Right down here is a little follower's room. These aren't floating. They're sitting on top of furniture that I removed. That was part of the problem. The handrail across here, it's all handmade. Even the banister here on the stairs, it's all handmade. I'm quite proud of that work. It looks really nice. It looks like this is one solid piece, but there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 5 pieces here. But it looks like it's one solid piece, which is the way it's supposed to look. So I'm pretty happy with the way that came out. Library. Got to add a few more bookshelves. They were in here, but I had to take them out again. Part of that little problem. And player's bedroom. Extra enchanter and alchemy lab, and some containers that are linked to the ones downstairs. Little fireplace. Armor storage. Weapon storage. Staffs. Clothing. You get the point. Not much. It's kind of a small room, but does the job. The walls are built one log at a time. It takes a while, but I like how it looks. The stairs are custom made. Along with the railings, all that stuff is custom made. But not Meridia. She is 100% original. Alright, I think that's where we're going to end it for now. I didn't really want this to be a full-on, oh, here's my house. I'm stress testing my system, and I'm checking on the file size for the data. So I needed to record video and audio. I'll see what it's like. I may render it in 1080 and then I may just render it in 720 and then come back and watch this and see how it looks, and, you know, decide if I need to make a shorter video or make some other changes. So anyway, yeah, that's going to do it. If you didn't feel like watching this whole thing, I don't blame you a bit. This was just really just a test, and I also want to upload this. Whether or not I actually do, I don't know right now, but I want to upload it so I can look at it. You know, if I render it in 720, what's the video quality going to look like as I'm looking at it here? But then what's it going to look like if I upload it? It's going to be too dark? Is it going to be grainy? Is it going to be, you know, what's the video quality going to look like when I render in 720? So that's another purpose of this video. So anyway, we'll wrap this up, and we're going to be starting the new Let's Play pretty soon. I think I only have one more mod that I may install, and then I got to get Dynalot in and get those LODs hooked up, and then we're going to be good to go. So that's going to do it for now. So take it easy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon for episode 1 of the brand new Let's Play. It's going to be awesome. Stick around. See you soon.